How many times have you told yourself, "This time I'll stick to it"? You know the drill: new diet, workout plan, morning routine, but somehow it all fizzles out. You beat yourself up for thinking you just don't have enough willpower. But what if I told you that discipline isn't about forcing yourself into misery? What if it's a skill, something you can learn and cultivate without draining your energy or sacrificing your joy? Get ready to ditch the self-sabotage cycle and discover a sustainable path to lasting change. Let's face it, your brain is wired to resist discipline. It craves instant gratification. That dopamine hit from scrolling through social media, that sugary treat, that extra hour of sleep. It's a primal instinct, a survival mechanism from a time when resources were scarce. But in today's world, where temptations are everywhere, this instinct can easily derail your goals. Every time you choose the immediate pleasure over the long-term reward, you reinforce that neural pathway, making it even harder to resist next time. It's a vicious cycle, but it's not your fault. But here's the thing. While your brain might resist discipline, it also needs it. Just like a muscle, your ability to delay gratification, make intentional choices, and stick to your commitments needs to be trained. Discipline isn't about suppressing your desires. It's about aligning them with your long-term goals. It's about creating a life where you're in the driver's seat, not a passenger being pulled along by fleeting impulses. So, how do you start building discipline without feeling like you're battling your own brain? The answer lies in the power of tiny habits. Forget about drastic overhauls or trying to change everything at once. That's a recipe for burnout. Instead, focus on small, manageable steps that feel almost too easy to fail. Want to start exercising? Commit to 2 minutes of movement each day. Want to read more? Start with 1 page before bed. These seemingly insignificant actions might not seem like much, but they create a ripple effect. By consistently showing up even in small ways, you rewire your brain to associate discipline with positive experiences. You build momentum, making it easier to tackle bigger challenges down the line. Now you might be wondering, what does my environment have to do with discipline? Well, it turns out, your surroundings play a crucial role in shaping your behavior. Think about it. If your home is cluttered and chaotic, it's much harder to focus and make healthy choices. If your phone is constantly buzzing with notifications, it's tempting to get sidetracked from your goals. But the good news is that you have the power to transform your environment into a discipline-boosting machine. Start by decluttering and organizing your space. Get rid of anything that distracts you or tempts you to stray from your path. Create designated areas for different activities: a cozy reading nook, a well-equipped workout corner, a quiet workspace. Make these areas inviting and inspiring. Fill them with things that spark joy and remind you of your goals. And don't forget about your digital environment. Turn off notifications, set time limits on apps, and curate your social media feeds to follow accounts that uplift and motivate you. Remember, your environment should be a reflection of the person you want to become. Now here's a crucial point that often gets overlooked. Discipline and self-compassion go hand in hand. It's easy to fall into the trap of self-blame and negative self-talk when you slip up or face setbacks. But beating yourself up doesn't motivate you. It drains your energy and makes it harder to get back on track. In fact, research shows that self-compassion is a far more effective strategy for building resilience and achieving long-term goals. So, how can you cultivate self-compassion? Start by treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend who's struggling. Instead of criticizing yourself for mistakes, acknowledge them as learning opportunities. Instead of dwelling on what you haven't accomplished, celebrate your progress, no matter how small. And when you do face challenges, remind yourself that you're not alone. Everyone experiences setbacks on their journey. The key is to learn from them and keep moving forward. Remember, discipline isn't about perfection. It's about progress. and progress is always possible when you approach yourself with compassion. Now let's talk about the difference between routines and rituals. A routine is simply a set of actions performed regularly, often without much thought or intention. A ritual, on the other hand, is a meaningful practice infused with purpose and intention. It's an opportunity to connect with yourself, your values, and your goals. By turning your everyday actions into rituals, you can transform mundane tasks into sources of joy and motivation. Think about your morning coffee. Is it just a caffeine fix, or could it be a moment of mindfulness and gratitude? What about your workout? Could it be a form of self-care, a time to connect with your body and clear your mind? Even simple tasks like making your bed or brushing your teeth can become rituals when you infuse them with intention. Light a candle, play your favorite music, or say a few affirmations. These small additions can elevate ordinary actions into something special. Remember, rituals are not about adding more to your to-do list. They're about finding meaning and enjoyment in the things you already do. Discipline isn't a solo endeavor. It thrives in a supportive environment. We are social creatures, and having a community of like-minded individuals can make all the difference in achieving our goals. Think about it. When you're surrounded by people who share your values and aspirations, it's easier to stay motivated and accountable. Share your goals, your struggles, and your triumphs. Celebrate each other's successes, offer encouragement during setbacks, and hold each other accountable. Remember, you don't have to do it alone. By joining forces with others, you can create a powerful network of support that propels you towards your goals. Now let's talk about a strategy that can supercharge your discipline: pre-commitment. It's a simple concept with a profound impact. By making decisions in advance, you remove the temptation to give in to impulsive urges. When you pre-commit to a course of action, you essentially eliminate the need for willpower in the moment. Think about meal prepping. By preparing healthy meals ahead of time, you eliminate the temptation to order takeout or grab unhealthy snacks when you're short on time or energy. Or consider scheduling your workouts. By blocking out time in your calendar, you're more likely to stick to your exercise routine, even when other commitments arise. You can also use pre-commitment for digital distractions. Set time limits on apps, schedule social media breaks, or use website blockers to avoid temptation. By making these choices in advance, you set yourself up for success before you even face the challenge. Let's talk about celebrations. No, not the champagne-popping kind, although those can be fun too. I'm talking about acknowledging your wins, even the small ones. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of big goals and overlook the daily victories that pave the way. But celebrating your progress is a crucial part of building lasting discipline. Think of it like fuel for your motivation engine. When you take the time to acknowledge and appreciate your efforts, you reinforce the positive behaviors that got you there. This doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It could be a simple pat on the back, a moment of gratitude, or a small reward that you genuinely enjoy. Maybe it's a new book, a relaxing bath, or an extra hour of sleep. Find what works for you and make it a regular practice. By celebrating your wins, you create a positive feedback loop that fuels your drive and keeps you moving forward. Remember, discipline isn't about willpower or self-denial. It's about making small, consistent choices that align with your long-term goals. It's about creating an environment that supports your aspirations and surrounding yourself with people who lift you up. It's about treating yourself with kindness and compassion, celebrating your wins, and pre-committing to your success. Remember, discipline is a journey, not a destination. It's a lifelong adventure filled with ups and downs, twists and turns. There will be days when you feel like a superhero, effortlessly crushing your goals, and there will be days when you stumble and fall. But that's okay. The important thing is to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. Let me remind you that the perfect time to start building discipline is now. Not tomorrow, Not next week, not next year. Today. It doesn't matter how small the step you take as long as it's in the right direction. Choose one tiny habit that you can commit to, and start there. The rest will follow. Remember, you have the power to create the life you desire. So, take that first step, and let the adventure begin.